The Newberry is celebrating their 200th show and third-year anniversary. Coming up, we'll hear some behind-the-scenes stories of Montana's newest concert venue, some upcoming shows they have planned, and of course, why they're a big damn deal. That's coming up on this episode of We're No Damn Experts.
Best damn podcast, the best damn town. You want to get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you want to go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
I'm Shannon Newth.
And we're No Damn Experts. And I just want to commend the couple from Georgia and the bi-coastal couple from Pennsylvania and Florida who were just in our office.
Like they're a couple, but one lives in Florida and one lives in Pennsylvania. Oh, okay.
Makes their marriage work. And
and they're married.
Yeah, completely understand
Good for
that.
them. Yeah.
They were so impressed that we were not experts that the bar was set so low for when they walked in that they were blown away by my brilliance.
And it's actually good strategy to just put
really
that out
is.
there. So then you start, it's what, under promising and over delivering?
Yep, that's our goal here at Tourism.
And I hooked a gentleman with a dog and a backpack from Arizona.
All while our guests are waiting for us.
Yeah, very patient guest. Thank you. Yeah.
So in the studio today, Shannon, what have you got concocted for us?
We're excited to talk with Carrie and Measha today from the Newberry. Whoop, whoop. Yes.
The Newberry, Montana's newest concert venue.
I don't know if we can say that for much. I mean, we'll say it as long as
it's valid.
Yeah.
Possibly can. Yeah. Thanks
Exactly.
for having us.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's the gauntlet, people. Start another concert venue,
Right.
and then
We'll
you can
just
take
keep
that
saying
away
that.
from us.
If no one else starts one for
Right.
20 years, we'll still just keep
Montana's
saying
newest.
that. Perfect. And we're excited because you are celebrating your third anniversary coming up here this fall.
No
We are.
way.
Yeah.
October 21st will be our third anniversary.
My gosh.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And how about the first employee ever hired is still here?
I mean, talk about
That's good.
retention rate.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think you kicked off the story of the Newberry. You're here 3 years later. It must be a great place to work.
We did come in here and kick it off, didn't
Yeah.
we, before we even opened?
Yeah, that was before I was here too.
Yeah, we
Down
were
in
in
the
a
basement.
closet. Yep. It was a great episode.
Upgraded a little bit. And how long? So you've been there from the beginning.
Yes,
how
since
long
pre-construction.
have you been on board for?
Probably since the beginning,
Okay.
but I think I really came in probably a year after
Okay.
it opened. So
Gotcha.
So
I know all the history.
You were
and
on the
everything.
sidelines and then just kind of dove in
Yeah,
later.
pretty
Jumped in.
much. Yeah.
So tell us what you do at the Newberry. I mean, it seems like a really cool job.
I love it. My title is general manager, but as my staff says, I wear a lot of different hats, so they just
Yeah.
kind of switch. Sometimes I'm mopping floors.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm doing marketing. Sometimes I am distributing food, selling tickets.
It's all the other
so
duties as assigned thing.
As a smaller business, we have 6 full-time staff members, so we all have to dive in all the time. But yeah, so currently I am podcast person.
Representing as
Yeah. And like I said, Measha's our utility player.
Okay. Is that your official title?
I wish.
Basically. Yeah. What is your actual title?
Utility player.
Yeah.
Should be.
Event coordinator. I guess I really don't have an official
Okay.
title. I would
Doing
just,
all the things. Yeah.
I just do
You
all
can
the
pick
things.
whatever you want.
Yeah. If it's
Utility
that wide
player
open.
sounds
Good
pretty
deal.
Good. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she coordinates a lot of our events and weddings. And
Oh, yeah.
So these
sells
are the
tickets.
things outside of
Concerts.
all the concerts that you help
Yes.
with. These are
Yeah.
all the other events that Newberry holds.
Yeah.
I always forget people are using that space for other things besides just
we don't
going
forget.
to a concert. I know. Like, I'm
No
sure it's
way.
a delicate mix of things that happen there, but I'm like, oh, they're just closed. There's no concert until, next week. So
Yeah.
they're just sitting at home eating bonbons. Turns out, nope.
I
they're
wish.
having
Yeah.
weddings and retirement parties and
Yeah.
conventions. And
And you guys are pretty booked out for weddings for a while too. too, yeah?
We are. We are booking into late next year right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much
That's
young love.
Crazy.
Will
so
you,
much young love.
Along with
Yeah.
a lot of, we have started doing a ton more community events too. GFDA has booked a few for next year already. So it's been kind of fun the diversity
Yeah.
yeah.
of all of it.
It's a fun space. I've gotten to MC a couple of events at the Newberry over the past year or so, and it's just a really great event space because, well, one, I just love the feel in there, kind of the mixed industrial, has the old vibe with the modern look in it. But it's really a great space for all kinds of events because you have the stage, the main floor, which has a lot of room, the separate bar area, the balcony, all the things.
Yeah,
So-
you're going to be back for Electric City's Got Talent again.
Yes, I'm super excited. That was such a fun event last year. Yeah, so throw out to that. That's coming up October 11th, second weekend in October. It's really, really a great event. You get to see all kinds of local talent, which I've been telling Cash that he needs to be part of that because he's amazing.
Yes. He is actually also going to do Montana's Got Talent.
Oh,
So we had Rob and Halliday Quist
Yeah.
in there on Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
And they organize Montana's Got Talent
okay.
in northwestern Montana. So they recruited Cash for
Good.
that. Our very own Cash Moretta, who opened for Aaron Tippin
Oh.
the other night.
And he opened for the last Downtown Summer Jam.
He did.
Yep.
He is amazing. So how old is he?
He's
Like-
20.
okay. Yeah. He's
Oh,
Rebecca.
that's so young.
He's really good, and he can. I don't know how else, but
mean,
he has
how
kind
good
of like
is he?
He reminds
Really?
me of Marty Robbins.
he has like an old school country voice to him,
Yes.
Oh,
which
I love that.
in this day and age would
Sets
play
you
really well.
apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
So
does
was really
have a
good.
pretty old soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he works for the Newberry as
He
well.
does.
Correct? Yeah.
He was our production intern last year,
Okay.
and then we just kept him on full time,
Good
doing
deal.
some stagehand. He's been doing some lighting work for us when Jake,
Nice.
our LD, is out of town. But he is, I compare him to Marty Robbins.
Okay.
That's the kind of country feel he has.
Yeah.
So
Does he wear the jackets too?
No, but he wears a hat and a big old belt buckle.
Sometimes he wears the jackets. Sometimes he has.
Does he? He
has
leans
some old
into
school
that. Yeah.
Jackets. Yep.
And is it true? I thought Jason was saying he kind of got thrown into an opportunity to perform kind of last minute last year or something
Last
like
year,
that. Okay.
he and Jake, so Jake Majeski, who is our lighting director, who was the third person hired at the Newberry.
Okay.
He came from Indiana, this poor kid,
Oh my
moved to
gosh.
Montana on a whim.
Yeah.
I love those people.
Yes.
Crazy
yes.
people.
Yep.
And he has a girlfriend here, so he's never leaving.
There you go. Perfect.
Jake is an amazing musician. He can play just about any instrument.
Wow.
So 2 years ago, the symphony was coming into play and they had brought a piano, and I'm up in my office and I hear this amazing music coming, and I was like, who turned on the music? And Jake is on stage playing.
Oh wow.
So he and Cash opened a summer jam last year playing together. So
Oh,
Cash
wow.
sang and Jake played the guitar. It was amazing.
Very cool.
That's pretty awesome.
We're all utility players,
Yeah,
basically.
right. Yeah. you all get to have that. You're just like the top utility player
Exactly.
nation.
Yeah.
Everybody else. Yeah. You're the lead utility player.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But I mean, just the talent you guys have even among your staff is really, really cool.
Yeah.
The talent in in a variety of ways. And Cash and Jake just showed their musical talent.
Yeah,
So,
of our staff that we started with, we only lost one
really?
in the last
That's
3 years,
amazing.
and we gained
you guys
Lane,
kick
who's
him out?
amazing.
Did you kick?
No,
kick him
Kaylee was amazing. She had
Oh,
another
yeah.
opportunity,
Yeah.
so she left, and
You know.
and yeah,
I act like this is all new information to me, and honestly, it isn't. But it is.
'Cause
Like
you're
I'm like, oh,
re-remembering
yeah, I
it.
forgot
Yes.
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and so we sucked Lane in as that
Yeah.
production manager.
And Lane's a hoot. Yeah,
Yes.
he's fantastic. Also, I want to talk for a minute about Hammer because I also think
I know.
Hammer would be a great guest on this podcast. So I've gotten to know Hammer a little bit just from being backstage with Jason at some things. But do you know who Hammer is? Okay, will you guys share a little bit about who Hammer is, like kind of where he came from? Because he toured with Weird Al.
Oh,
Just for starters, that's my little.
That's
tidbit.
a
He
good
was showing
that's
us
a
like
wild
pictures
start.
of him. Yeah,
Pictures and videos
Yeah.
of him
Yeah.
on stage with Weird Al.
Yeah, which was just so funny. But yeah, can you share a little bit about Hammer and where he came from and what he does?
So Hammer, his name is Greg.
Okay, I did not know his real name.
I think I'm the only one who calls him by his real
Oh,
name.
really?
I
like
call
the-
him by.
yeah.
I don't like Hammer. I don't.
Yeah,
To me, it's just never been natural.
that's
to
like
call
the
him
only
that.
thing I've ever been introduced to him as. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it's
don't
like
know this guy.
Lane. Like Lane's nickname is Minnow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hammer, he's our head of security, and his background in music and touring and all the things is incredible. The stories that he has are just absolutely insane.
how does he end up here at the Newberry? Not to discredit your amazing venue, but we are the third largest city in the state of
Who
Montana.
wouldn't want to work with us?
Right.
I'd have no idea who would say no.
Right.
But how does he end up in Great Falls and at the Newberry?
He's from Great Falls,
Oh.
I believe, but he's a drum tech. He'd been touring. He toured with
Weird Al.
Survivor,
Yeah.
Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
The fun fact is, I would say 7 out of 10 bands that pull up to our back door, somebody in that band or road crew has heard of Hammer.
I know
It's
who
incredible.
So
Every
they
single
just walk
time.
up and they're like,
Hey, we're Hammer.
I
Yeah.
wonder where you went.
Yeah, that just happened with Rodney Atkins' crew.
he is. Really?
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
crazy. Or was it Aaron Tippins? One of the two.
One of
but
them knew him.
I think it was Aaron Tippin, but there's been like probably 40 bands that have come through the doors, and they're like, "Oh, Hammer, like how you doing?
Like, how
Like
do you?
good to see you
what?
again." Yeah.
All this to say, we got a quality crew
Yeah.
running the Montana's newest concert
That's
venue in
right.
downtown
That's
Great
right.
Falls.
But someday, Rebecca, when you're in the building and he's around, he has to show you pictures because he has pictures with Motley Crue. He is. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And just the funniest stories of. I mean, I've only heard just a few little things this last weekend with Weird
Yeah.
Al. So, yeah, it's- speaking of quality crew, Minnow, is that Lane's
Yes.
nickname? I want to give a shout out to Minnow and your other crew members because at Downtown Summer Jam, just want to share this because it was a really
It was
cool moment.
awesome.
So, not only is it a fantastic event, great crowd, it rained a lot at that Downtown Summer Jam. And there was a couple there who just had, we'll just say, a little more mobility issues. They had come early, set up in some chairs,
Okay.
were watching, and the rain just starts coming, and people scatter or stick it out.
Right.
But your crew, along with some other just stellar people in the crowd, came over and took their own things to help cover this couple.
Oh.
And just stood there and got soaked themselves while trying to help this couple not get soaked. And it was just such a heartwarming moment. And I know Lane was among the people that were part of just standing there getting soaked while trying to help cover these people.
We had an extra tarp, and pretty soon you see him just running across the street. The lady, I guess, has MS, and she couldn't move around, so she was in a seated walker and couldn't get moving fast enough. And the rain was just no umbrella or anything. But yeah,
it was. I think
He was so
the
sweet.
daughter maybe or somebody connected with them had reached out to Jason because Jason just
Good.
wrote a little article about it, and they were like. Well, they didn't love being called an elderly couple. That's why they really appreciate you sharing that. It was I think maybe it was cerebral palsy and,
maybe.
cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
And so just going through a rough time, can't really move.
Yeah.
And so it makes me tear up thinking about it. Just this to see people. I mean, that's the kind of people who work at the Newberry and also just are in our community that are just
for
there
sure.
helping each other out. And it was just such a touching
and
moment.
it's nice to hear about it because we
Yeah.
don't always hear about the
Right.
good things.
Yep.
And it's funny because those are the people who don't care whether you hear about it or not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Lane was overwhelmed with the exposure
Yeah.
because then Tom Wiley interviewed him.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't think he
yeah.
knew what to do.
Yeah. Well, it's good. People should be, we should show those moments. So
We
Yep.
have some.
I like to say it's because he's a Montana Grizzly, but we won't go there.
You had to poke
that door up, didn't you?
had to poke the cat. She had to poke the cat. I will just put that under the table and
So you can
say
move
we
on.
have some downtown summer jams still coming up.
Yes, we do.
We do.
And if rain comes, it's going to be in August, so enjoy it. It'll
That's
just be
right.
a nice cooling moment.
Well,
You'll
the next
want it
one's
at
in
that point.
July
Oh,
24th.
2
so
weeks.
that'll be cold. I mean, hot.
It'll be hot, and we're gonna hope it sprinkles a little bit.
Yeah. Both
Yeah.
in July and in August. So when you hear stories about rain, yeah, it's awesome. Just stand there, get
Yeah, it'll
wet.
feel good.
And then when the rain subsides, because it always does,
Yep.
the music will come on and it'll be even better because you'll be like, oh, I lived through this torrential downpour.
Right. Wasn't it? Oh my gosh, I'm totally just suddenly spacing. Who was just at the June downtown summer jam?
Will Jones,
Yeah.
and Jeremy McComb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when it started raining, Jeremy McComb went
Yeah.
in the beer tent and just kept
Yes,
singing.
he was. Yeah, that was a cool moment too. But I know Jason was saying that they were like, "You guys are a different breed here in Montana. Like that, you guys, you're not letting the rain deter you. Like
Nope.
this is
No.
a different crowd than anywhere else." That
Well, it's just rain.
right.
Yeah, it's
We
just not
needed
gonna
to
hurt.
shower
But he's
anyway.
Like, he's like everywhere else, people would have like
We're not
scattered
gonna
more,
melt.
but nope.
No.
Yeah, they
We are
stuck
definitely
around.
not sugar.
Yeah. We had
maybe
a little bit
just
at
a
the
little
Hoot Nanny,
salty.
and people
People stuck
around.
it out. That
Yeah.
was such a good. Oh my gosh, the people that came out this year. That was incredible.
Rodney Atkins was amazing. Amazing. Misha was running for them that day and spent a lot of time with Rodney Atkins' wife and
Kids.
Kids.
and
Yeah.
Showed me magic tricks.
Okay,
And
you learned
they were
something.
amazing.
That's nice.
Talk a little bit about. So we're talking a little bit before we hit record on this. You don't have to share all the things, but just what it means to be a runner. Like what as this utility player. Like what does it mean? Kind of what have you seen? What have you done for some of the artists that have come
some
in?
things we cannot say.
That's
Yeah.
fine. You don't have to. You don't have to name names. And,
Does
yeah,
Misha
but-
know the things she can't say?
Yeah.
I am hoping so.
Yeah.
Okay. So spill
Yeah.
the things you
Yeah.
can.
What kind of things do you do when you're running for these artists?
Well, as a runner, like you pretty much you're kind of on call all day. I pretty
Back and
much
call girl?
Yeah, I start bright and early, between 7, 8 a.m. some days. Go to the grocery store, take them around town, take them to the golf course if they need it. Like it's a pretty much like whatever they need, I'm there.
Yeah.
And like
For
Mitchell
Rodney Atkins, she was a nanny for a while.
yeah, I was a nanny
Yeah.
for the day, which is fine.
Yeah.
His kids are amazing. They were super sweet.
Yeah.
Showed me all the magic tricks with their thumbs and pennies and
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Been practicing hard on those.
yeah. Like Mitchell Tenpenny, his entire crew, they wanted to go see the falls.
Nice.
They're like, "Can we swim in the river? Like, is that possible?" I'm like, "Well, yes, but let's
Not
today.
right here.
today.
Yeah.
Let's not today." Yeah, because it was midsummer when they came.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Let's not today, but I'll show you the falls."
Yeah.
So do you
Well,
have
we
to
like
do
that,
a
your
lot of
tour
the
guide.
no, you're not going to do that, like the mother of these people?
Yeah,
Go.
it seems a little bit like you're babysitting not just kids, but all of the artists.
I
Yeah.
think this would be a great idea. It would not today.
Not
Yeah.
today.
You do it on your own time.
Yeah, I get-
somewhere else.
Yeah, I get really protective of them. Like Rodney Atkins, I was kind of the last one at the end of the day, and his bus didn't leave till probably, one left at 9 and one left at midnight. And a homeless guy like came up and knocked on their door, tried to get in, and his tour manager was like, "Yeah, we need some security." I'm like, "I'm there. I got you."
So you're just
Like, I
standing
get-
out there at midnight in front of the bus.
Yeah. Well, I was in the van, but
Okay.
I was like I get protective of them. Like
Yeah.
I don't want people to bother them. Like
Yeah.
they're normal people and like
Right.
they
Make
don't
sure they
care.
have a good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get super protective. I'm like, these are my people now.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what are you
watch
doing?
Out, yeah, watch
Yeah.
out for Misha if they go to
Yeah.
the Sip and Dip because she is the
Oh.
bodyguard.
Ooh.
Yes.
And
Have you been doing any chest
like it.
bumps? Like, get out of here, man.
No, I don't.
Come
Not
on.
Not yet.
I get snappy. I'm like, okay, like you can go now.
Yeah.
Like, shoo.
You're done.
Has Hammer taught you anything about being security?
Like, does he offer
No.
classes in the back?
right. Yeah.
I think sometimes Hammer gets afraid of me, but
Good, as he should.
It's
Speaking-
usually
yeah.
the tiny ones where people get a little unnerved.
Gotta watch
by.
out.
Yeah.
we have a gal, she fresh out of high school, and she's a feisty little one. Like
Nice.
she is kind of like our floater during concerts, and she's kicked out maybe 20 people since
Oh,
she's
wow.
been here.
Well,
Nice. Good for
well, I
her.
won't
Yeah.
screw
Yeah.
with her.
She's a feisty
We don't
little
tolerate
one.
bad behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
There's also I loved the woman who I'm told she guards the stairs at the concert.
Please
but
tell me you're
Lois?
talking about Lois.
I think so.
An
She
older
was
gal?
and she was at the Hootenanny. She was there like guarding the
Merch?
backstage. Yeah, the merch
She
area.
Lois.
I'm told that she
amazing.
you do not mess with her.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
I love
she
that.
and our whole crew loves her. Loves her. She actually also does some security at the fair shows.
Okay.
So she's
Oh,
been around it for a
seasoned.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And so she's also on bathroom duty sometimes for
Yeah.
us. Keeps the lines going
Okay.
and
Oh, yeah.
people going in the appropriate
Okay. Mm-hmm.
bathrooms. You
Like-
don't mess with Lois.
I love that. Like what? Yeah, that's
she's
fantastic.
from
I
the, she's
have
from the
to-
South and just
Okay.
like no filter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely no filter.
That's what you need in that position, though. Mm-hmm.
So if you're taking too long in the bathroom inside the Newberry, which I have to admit I have done because it is one of the only places to sit, and like I didn't choose my foot attire properly, and I'm sitting
yeah.
in there. I've never been ushered out. I've never gotten a knock on the door like, "Hurry it up, people! You're 10 minutes
Well, now
behind."
you're gonna be watching.
filtering from the top, so
Yeah.
people are going to leave you alone.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're good there.
That's the trick.
When you're doing bad stuff,
Yeah.
Lois will come
if
after
you're just
you.
needing a
If I need
chair.
a break. It's so nice in there.
yeah, it is a nice
sit
bathroom.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll post up in direct traffic. I will not tell you what she tells people because it's kind of inappropriate for this show, but she makes sure they all
Yeah,
go in
we're
the
okay.
right places.
Yeah.
Kid friendly show.
Yeah. That's great.
We have a
Yeah.
great staff.
Yeah.
We have an amazing staff.
So
Yeah.
I want to switch gears a little bit to the tickets because as more and more people get excited about what is happening at the Newberry, buying tickets for shows becomes a little bit more problematic. And I noticed this on social media. One of the people I know was selling tickets to a concert they're not going to be able to make.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 3 tickets. And so I knew that concert wasn't sold out yet. So I pulled up Newberry site and I loaded 3 tickets. And I'm like, it's nowhere near the price that is listed on this screenshot of how much they paid for it. So then I wondered where they actually purchased their tickets from, because it clearly couldn't have been from the Newberry, even if I got the superior premium level, which there's like 500 levels to tickets at the Newberry. No, there's not. That's a lie.
Depending on
Slight
the
exaggeration.
show.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yes,
depending on the show, there
True
might
story.
be a few
couple
levels.
options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in general, you've got general admission. You have sound association if you're a member.
Yep.
Every now and again, there's an artist that does like a VIP pass that
Like
you
a
have to
meet and
buy,
greet
Right.
situation.
Yep.
right? Or loft tickets.
Mm-hmm.
or the loft tickets. So I wonder how many problems you guys have. And I'm here to say, buy your tickets directly from the Newberry.
Right.
It's really easy. Their
Or
website
from
has.
us when we're giving them away. Also, I'm just going to take a tangent. Trying to give away to the scammers on
They're
Facebook.
horrible.
Oh,
I'm glad you
my
brought this up,
gosh.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's just
infuriating.
important for people to know to buy directly from the Newberry.
Yeah.
And this is going across. This is my new stance. Just buy direct from the people
Yeah.
that are putting on the show.
So here's one issue we have. If you Google the Newberry, our site doesn't come up first.
Oh.
You're going to get secondary
So
Really?
third-party ticket sites
Yeah,
come
like
up first.
StubHubs and
Yes.
Vivid Seats.
So
or,
we tell people the
Oh.
same thing when they call. Or when in doubt,
Google
just
it
call
right
the
now.
box office.
Right.
And we can take your money over the phone. That's
Yeah.
no problem. Or come
Super
down.
easy.
But we have a lot of people who call to verify tickets. And we'll do that at any given time. But the scammers, they create fake events. And it's brutal. It's
Oh
brutal.
my
That you wouldn't
gosh.
believe how many times we're hiding comments of
Oh, yeah.
scammers trying to sell tickets on different events.
It comes
It's
up
a
first
full-time
on
job.
mine, and it's all like good, and it's your Facebook and your Instagram, and then it kind of gets there. But it's also probably because I have my location settings, and I've Googled it 1,000 times. So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Your computer knows that's what you
it knows what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
knows what you want.
Yeah.
You're not a
No.
scammer.
No, no, I'm not. And also, but we see, I mean, again, we're not selling them. Like we, in partnership
them
with
away.
you guys, will give some away sometimes. And that oh my gosh, but the scammers on that. And even when I put like, I don't want your information, like I will not make you pay for things. I won't make you click on things. Still people like, oh, well, they send me messages like, I filled this out. And I'm like, no.
Do people
Read the code.
Read.
Is there legitimate resale of any of your tickets? Like, is that a possible thing? Like, I bought. Well, let me go even further. I have tickets for Bellamy Brothers that I took out of benefit from our partnership because I'm the queen and that's the way that works. And then I decide, no, I'm going to make money. I'm going to resell them like at StubHub for $300 a piece because they're not that expensive. That's
You're
not
doing
their
that?
price. I'm not. But I'm just saying.
You're like, wait a minute.
This is my scenario. Do people do that? Do they resell the tickets? And is that
And mostly it's going to be the
sold out.
the scammers. Not even sold out shows. I mean,
They're not
we
even that
had
smart about
people
it.
trying to resell or scam people on Aaron Tippin, and that wasn't sold out.
no?
Huh.
So we tried it. You can still purchase tickets at the box office. We verify any tickets. People now, a lot of people will call us and say, hey, we thought about buying these tickets from this person. Did they really buy them from you? A lot of people, I'll leave if people are looking to sell their tickets. They just can't come to the show. If I know them personally, I'll leave that comment on there. And Measha has sold tickets for one of our Sound Association members that wasn't able to go. And he'll just bring them to the box office.
Okay.
And nobody's ever trying to profit off of those. The legitimate ones are not trying to profit off of those.
Yeah, they'll resell them for the face value, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And you could see the ticket price on
Yeah.
the
Right. It's
actual
like it's
ticket.
on there, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue with like those third-party or second-party sites is whoever is taking your order, it's not going to be under your name. It'll be under their name.
Right.
So when you come back to the box office and you can't find your tickets, well, the ticket's not under your name.
Because
It's under whoever
Fair.
took your order.
Yeah.
I had a call from a little guy from Shelby who bought, and I can't remember the show it was a couple months ago. And this poor guy got scammed out of almost $500 for these tickets.
Oh my gosh.
And it was awful. Like, who does that to people?
well, and I
Right?
think that's one of the greatest challenges
So now
because
he knows to call the box
Yeah.
office.
yeah.
because it is normal to spend $300+ for tickets anymore, and people feel that's a good price when Taylor Swift's going for $5,000.
Right.
You know, but
Right.
tickets are expensive, but your tickets aren't.
No.
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 Like in general, if you're getting a general admission ticket that's $300 or more, there's something
That's
wrong.
something wrong.
Yeah.
And we don't charge box office fees either. So if you call the box office or come down, you're
You're
paying
getting
a
it.
credit card fee, which we pay. But you're not paying any other fees
Yeah.
like you do at some other venues.
Even
so
the
it's
VIP
great.
scenarios are not $300. Like
No.
that's
Yeah.
I would say in general, I could be wrong because I'm often
this is
wrong.
what you
'Cause
do
you're no
on this
damn
podcast.
expert.
Right.
Exactly.
But ticket prices are usually under $100.
Oh, for sure.
Well under
Well,
For
under
sure.
like
Yeah.
55, 45, 60, maybe. I've seen a show at
Yeah,
60.
even
Yeah.
Clint Black was 80 at the most.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing to bring an artist of that caliber in here and people can afford to go.
Mhm.
And that's our goal. We want people to come and enjoy it and afford to be able to go.
Yeah. Good
Right.
live music.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to get that out there because
Yeah.
I think it's becoming more and more commonplace for people to go search on these other sites that resell tickets. Just go to the Newberry, go to
Yeah.
the source. You're not paying a lot of money for tickets at the Newberry. So that's your first red flag is if you're paying exorbitant amount of money for that. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
yep,
When in-
anytime. I'm
yeah,
here for
when
you.
in doubt, just
You are an expert.
Don't tell her that.
I had just saw it on social media from a person I knew, and I'm like, there's no way those tickets were that expensive. And
Yeah.
so that's why I went because I'm like, the math didn't
Didn't add up.
Math.
didn't do it correctly. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the heck did they do? Because all I saw was like the purchase price because that's all they were looking to get out of it
Yeah.
was how much they paid. And I'm like, well, I know that show's not sold out. And so
Right.
I went and saw the ticket price. I'm like, yeah, I don't know where they bought their tickets, but it was not at the Newberry.
Nope.
when in
So-
doubt, just call the box office.
Yeah.
Easy.
You guys
And
are
that
easy to
number
get a hold
is-
of.
315-1155.
No.
Oh.
406.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I lost my
Yeah.
mind for a
Oh
minute.
my gosh.
Some people are smarter than the average bear.
Wow.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. It's 406-315-1155. And our box office hours are Monday through Saturday from noon to 6.
There we go.
So
Yeah, you guys are easy to get a hold of, easy to find all of that.
We
so
try.
it's not hard to verify.
we
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
So, 3 years into this gig, what's the big party going to be like?
I don't know. I got to get with our partners and
Yeah.
celebrate this a little bit. Our
Well, you have your events
200th
coordinator, right?
We do.
One of 'em, one of 'em.
Did a great
One of 'em.
job. We had our Sound Association event on Monday in coordination with the Robin Halliday Quist.
Yeah.
And I let Measha take charge, and she did a great job making all of our Sound Association members feel a little bit special. So
That's good.
Yeah.
people who want to be a part of that, you get discounts on tickets, you get special little gatherings.
Yeah.
Automatic upgrade to the loft.
Yep,
and
you
can't
automatically
complain
are
to
in the
that.
loft.
Yeah.
So
Especially sold out shows when we have like that private bar upstairs.
That's
It's
really
that
nice.
is nice
So
too.
much,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so much nicer.
For the 4th of July Hootenanny, as supporters of that, we give away our VIP tickets when people want them. And the selling point to me on that always is the bathroom
Yeah.
and the bar. Like,
oh, for the Hootenanny?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I love having access to quick beer. I mean, that
Quick
shouldn't be
food,
news to anybody
bathroom. Yeah.
on this.
It's a good deal.
Unfortunately, we don't have a bathroom in our loft. They would have to
No.
convert my office into that.
No, like,
But
no, thank you.
someday, maybe someday.
Yeah.
You'll have a toilet in there.
You have to go
Someday I might
downstairs
have a
and
different
deal with
office,
this.
and we can have a bathroom upstairs.
There you go.
But having that bar up there is really nice.
It is.
And I am going to figure out a way to renegotiate our partnership so that our organization has Sound Association benefits.
Oh, I
but
like that.
that's just an inside
There
story
you go.
that I'm telling
For our own
myself.
benefit. Yeah.
Wait,
Um,
way to throw that out
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Just throwing it
Now
out.
Getting it
now it's
on the
top of mind.
record.
There you go.
Get it on the record.
Top
Remember
of
that
mind
one
awareness.
time?
So does you're also celebrating your 200th show? Does that
Yes.
does that
How close
correlate
is
with
that?
the third
we
year
are
anniversary?
9 shows away. So
Okay.
August Head PE is our 200th show
Okay.
on
Ooh.
August 12th.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Yeah.
any
Wow.
big fun happening on that one?
Well, I am on a plane to Boston that day.
so good
so,
time.
outta
Good
here.
times.
I'll let our event coordinator do that.
Did you know this?
I mean, I thought Heart by Heart was our 200th show because I counted it.
So did
thought
I.
counted
So
it, so well.
Well, there's a day
either
apart
way.
there.
one of us
Yeah.
went to Great Falls Public Schools and one of us went to Butte Public Schools. So we'll see which one is right.
Wow.
Ooh. I'm liking
I'm
this.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Remember, you got your smarts from your mom.
Who went to the Butte Public Schools? So
We should probably re-question that.
Yeah,
Well, this
so
has
it's
just
one of
gotten
those-
very tense now.
So it is one of those shows.
Okay.
It's either
Yeah.
going to
It's
be
in
August
early
12th
August.
or
Yeah.
August 13th.
Yeah.
They're,
Perfect.
They're a
Yeah.
day apart.
yeah. Yeah.
I would love to do something big. I mean, it's the 200th
It's a
show.
big
Like,
deal.
why not?
Yeah.
It's a big damn deal.
That's
Big
right.
damn deal. Yeah.
It is.
Ooh. Title of this episode.
Big damn deal.
There we go.
The brilliance that happens here. I mean, it's just
Try to pull out little phrases to make the
Yeah.
episode titles.
And then 3 years. Can you believe it's been 3
No.
years?
That's
No.
crazy.
You know, and I often say, sometimes I look at the past 3 years and I'm like, oh, it feels like it's been 10. And then other times I'm like, oh, that wasn't it just yesterday?
Yeah.
So depending on the day, it could either be really long or really short. But
yeah.
it wasn't that long ago. And I can remember because if we take our Whitewater High School math, which is always perfect,
Love it.
Oh boy.
from this year and go back, we were starting during the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was so many questions on everybody's mind. And I called Scott often, and I'm sure he really enjoyed that because, like, what's the plan? He's like, how would I know what the plan is? Like, I'm real nervous.
you've
He
got
goes,
this figured
you're
out."
nervous. Okay. Yeah. Cause you've got
Because
so
you
much
have all
on
the
the line.
investment in this. Yeah.
Right.
But there was so many questions about when could we actually when could the Newberry actually open and what was it going to look like and all of this had been it's not like it just started in like 2020 planning. This was been planned for a long
It
time.
had been. Yeah.
And then just to get that little wrinkle and then to be 3 years since the opening is really incredible.
Yeah.
Considering the pandemic we went through and the fact that the pandemic said no spit, no air,
Yeah.
no people within a
Right.
closed space.
Right.
Oh, really,
Checks
COVID?
off all the
We're going to
concerts.
start a concert venue.
Right.
Yeah, and literally that first concert, we are literally hauling out construction
That
my
morning.
goodness.
equipment that morning as we're loading the bands in.
my gosh. Who was the very
we're painting,
first?
We're painting.
I
the
remember that.
outside of the car.
Bathrooms.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
gosh.
bars weren't done, so we had painted the plywood gray to match.
The very
Yeah.
like
That's great.
first band that played on that stage was Showdown, and they're based
Yeah.
out
Out
of
of Missoula.
Missoula.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and they
then-
opened for Sutherland.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
and that
I was
concert
there.
was invite only, and people were packed in there like sardines.
you were there.
I was
Wow,
invite only.
Look at you.
So now you guys,
I'm a big
She
damn
likes
deal.
to feel special. Yeah.
Shannon, you might have been in our blue or green rooms, haven't you? When you were
Yes.
So
Yeah.
in our blue room is where we usually put
Do you
our
feel
headliners.
special now?
No, because I've never been backstage. I've never gotten that.
We have
tour.
all our artists sign the
Yeah,
wall,
which is so
and
cool.
It's super cool. We'll have to give you a little.
It'd
was
be
nice
nice
to go
one
to
day to
It was
get some
nice.
insider benefit.
It was nice. Showdown started that.
Yeah, they
Yeah, it's
slapped
cool.
a sticker up there, and then it just went from there.
I don't know why I distinctly remember seeing Rob Schneider's.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
his is on
Signature.
like an entire brick.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's why I'm like, that's the one I remember seeing. Yeah.
Megan Patrick, when she played at the Summer Jam, she signed first, and then when her husband Mitchell Tenpenny came, he signed just right under hers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Did Lainey Wilson sign back there?
I believe hers is back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We have a couple signed posters from her though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would-
Yeah.
She
She
never
gets big.
played the Newberry, but
Yeah,
she
she
No,
did.
did.
She
Summer
did.
Jam.
Oh,
Summer Jam was first, and then she
the
came
new.
to the
That's
Newberry.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Thanks for remembering the things
Good
about
job.
your business.
Well, and that was, I've heard secondhand too, just about her experience here is that she had such a positive experience, and it was such
Yes.
like a influential moment in her life when she was here. Is that it wasn't it like right before she went on stage is when she
Yep.
found out her
Yeah.
album
The
went number one or
her-
something?
Yep,
Number
on
one
Summer
single.
Jam.
Yeah. When she right before she went on stage for Summer Jam, she had to compose herself because her tour manager had just told her song went number one.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
And of course, no one knew, the people that were around her, no one knew the phone call.
Yeah.
And both her and her tour manager, they were crying, and like their eyes were just huge.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course,
Aw.
we're all like,
Who died?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
what happened?
what
Yeah.
happened? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Do we need to cancel? Like,
Right.
what's going on? She's like, my single just hit number one.
Oh my gosh.
She's like,
That
I
is
just
so
need
cool.
a minute. And then
Yeah.
she went on stage, said the same thing, and the crowd went wild.
I have like goosebumps. Just like that's such a cool moment, and
It
for her to have
is.
that here, like
I know.
what a special memory.
And we loved that she came back
Mhm.
and headlined it in the Newberry. And after that show, she stayed and took pictures with everybody. And she's actually just a very genuine person. You know, what you see on stage is
What you
not a
get.
persona. It is actually her.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome. We've had a
Which-
lot of artists that are like that.
Which is also a thing to bring up because not all artists that you see on stage act like what they're on stage doing. and this I'm going to say it because it's a positive experience for
Right.
me. Rob Schneider, his stand-up bit is completely different than the person that you meet like when he's not performing. So we went up afterwards and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, I'm happy you came." And he was just like soft-spoken and
Yeah.
kind, and I'm like, well, I didn't expect that. And so he took a picture with my husband and I, and he was just very gracious and kind and almost like just real genuine that people would show up and watch his stand up. And I'm like, no, you're a good guy. You're nice.
So it's like a
So it was
the
just
opposite, but
yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like his stand up makes him
bad,
a
but just-
horrible human
right.
being,
No.
but you just kind of expected a little bit more, I don't know, in your face, a little bit more stern and hard. And he was just very kind and soft afterwards. I'm like, oh, well, I know that. Like, I know there's personas on stage. I mean, everyone has to know Lady Gaga. It's not like she wore the meat dress because she liked it. It was to get attention because
Right.
of her persona. Like,
Yeah.
She's not just sitting at home being a weirdo. So those are
Do
the
you
kind
know
of,
her personally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie and I hang out. She calls me on Saturdays. Like, what are you doing?
That's cool.
Nothing. What about you?
Trying on a new meat dress.
Yeah.
I was down at Central Avenue Meats, sewing up the tank top for the weekend.
There you go. That's our newest ploy to get Lady Gaga here is that we'll outfit her in Montana made meat.
Drew a heads up.
Yeah.
He'll be happy about this.
Perfect. Yeah.
You can use all the meats, you know, bacon, pig, beef, sheep,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
It's really like a Montana made situation.
Right. We share a basement with them. That
It works
Yeah,
out.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Get on it. Yeah.
Of the shows that are coming up, which ones are you most excited about?
I'm super excited for Craig Morgan at the baseball stadium. Have either of you ever seen him in concert before?
No.
No.
So Measha and I saw him at Headwaters Country Jam last year,
Ooh.
and he is an entertainer.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Like
He was
his
climbing
stage
the stage
presence,
rigging,
yeah.
and
Wow.
his stage presence is.
I hope Scott has
absolutely
insurance
insane.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he does. I mean,
I'm
it's a
pretty sure I have
stadium.
videos on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what he does. Be prepared.
Right. Yeah.
So the cool thing about him, I don't know if either of you know much about Craig Morgan.
No.
We're huge country music fans, so he is actually an active Army reservist right now. So
Really?
he spent almost 20 years as a staff sergeant and a fire suppression specialist
Wow.
with the 101st and 82nd Airborne Division. And last year, he re-upped into the reserves to help train. So part of his deal with us is for every 10 tickets we sell, one goes to a local serviceman or servicewoman here in town.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So-
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
August
cool.
25th. That's the one
Okay.
I am super excited about, and I think it's going to be a really fun one out at the
Yeah.
stadium. We've reconfigured how we do things. We do have seating
Okay.
on the field in front of the stage
Cool.
for that
Ooh.
show.
Ooh.
Rebecca.
Makes a
You
difference.
You
There's
can
seating.
call me
You
and
don't
my
have to go
husband
to the
the
bathroom to
elderly
sit.
couple. We're fine with that.
So you don't have to worry about what kind of
Yeah.
shoes
Yeah.
you
You
wear.
don't have to go to the bathroom. Just
I can
to sit
wear
down.
cute
Yeah.
shoes. It's
Yeah.
early. I'm like, oh, this was not the good shoe choice. I need to go to the bathroom and sit for a while.
Right?
So, Misha,
Right.
what are you looking forward to?
Mine is probably Craig Morgan as well.
Mm-hmm.
I get stoked
Yeah.
for those stadium shows.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're early days and late nights, but I get so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me a
Well,
show
what a cool
outside
job,
any
you know?
day.
Especially
yeah.
in the summertime.
Yeah.
Mhm. We were also talking before we hit record about some of the artists that come through that maybe you haven't heard of or maybe are outside your genre, and then you start listening to them and you get really excited for them to come because you're just introduced to a whole new style or a whole new person that you hadn't heard of. And yeah.
Yeah.
Who in the top of your mind is the one that sticks out for you that you're like, I knew nothing about this and now I love them?
Mine is Kay Flay.
Okay.
Yeah, I had not heard of her at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of these I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I looked her up and I really, really like her. Like her a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
K Flay would be mine. I've yet to listen, but
Yeah.
I like that type of genre,
Mm-hmm.
but I've yet to listen to her.
What
I'm
is
so
it?
excited.
That's coming up on August 22nd.
It's rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine,
yeah,
which
indie rock.
she
Yeah.
had to cancel, which is fine. I'm sure she'll come back at some point, but it was for good reason. But Samantha Fish, like I started
I
listening
know.
to her and I was like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. That was really, yeah, she was really good. So hopefully she'll come back. But that was an example, just a recent example for me where I was like, oh, I haven't heard of her and then loved her.
Yeah. And now
Mhm.
she's opening for the Rolling Stones. So
Which is amazing.
I guess.
I
I'll
guess
have
you
to give
can,
her
yeah,
up.
I mean, fine if you want to leave and do that. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I early on Downtown Summer Jam, Austin Jenks bought his CD because I love when we go to the concerts. Like it's fine. I love that part, but I also like trying to support them through their merch sales, whether it be a T-shirt or
Yeah.
CD or something, so that they can get more money. And I had bought a CD and it was like 4 songs and I love it. I put it in. Robert's like, are we still listening to this song? I'm like,
Yep.
it's really good. And if he would produce more music, you would get another CD.
Yeah.
But he came to a Downtown Summer Jam and I I fell in love with him.
Yeah.
He's got a good style for songwriting. So
And there's a lot, I mean, like Lainey Wilson's obviously like a big example of it, but a lot who come through kind of as they're getting big too. So this is like,
Yes.
pay attention to the people who come through, not just because it's an enjoyable concert, but if you want to say like, oh, I saw them when they were starting out, like this is a place where a lot of them come as they are hitting it big.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
well,
never know who you're going to see.
Yeah, well, like Ella Langley here in a couple
Yep.
weeks, like she is now starting to get
Blowing up.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Lainey Wilson.
And she's the July Summer Jam, right? Which remind me again, which date is that? It's
July
a
24th.
Okay, and that's a
Yeah.
Wednesday night, downtown Great Falls. Mm-hmm. And then what is it? Jason was saying the August one, is it Brian Martin?
Brighton Martin.
Yeah.
Martin, yeah.
He's Jason's saying because he works for radio station, country radio stations in town, and he's like he's on all the time on
Yep.
like right now on the radio and stuff
Yeah.
too. So he's big up and comer as well.
Well,
Yeah.
and he has a couple songs with some big artists too. Like when Clint Black came through, I was talking to him. I was like, I wish you would have played this song with Brian Martin. He's like, oh, he's the best guy. Like he's amazing to work with, and so he'll be a good one.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, it's
So-
incredible. Ella Langley, her duet with Riley Green right now is just going crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
do you guys ever get starstruck? Is there ever an artist
Yes.
that comes through
Yeah.
and you're
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
I gotta keep my composure.
I will be the first one to say
Yeah.
that.
Make
So
a
even
complete
after
ass
all
of
of the
yourself.
like years
Except
of
we
people you
haven't
work
had
with.
Gary Allen yet.
Oh.
Hinton Scott.
I think the first time I ever saw you starstruck though was when we had Granger Smith, and
Oh,
she was more excited to meet his wife,
I'm a huge
Then,
fan of hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Granger Smith himself.
You're like,
And I was
"Oh,
like,
please.
yeah. Move aside.
aside.
Sir.
I did go up and can I hug you?
Aw. What? Yeah. Okay. I was just gonna ask. I was like, how weird were you? And then,
I was.
Obviously
I-
got pretty strange.
And I actually apologized to Granger. I said, I am a huge fan of yours, but I am a bigger fan of your wife's.
Yeah.
She has a podcast that
Okay.
I
Yeah.
listen to weekly, Arise with Amber, and
Okay.
she's just amazing. Amazing. But Grace Potter was
Oh, yeah.
here,
Mhm.
and I have been a huge fan of hers. So
Yes. You went to that one, didn't you?
I did.
That's another. Oh, actually, that's another one. An example of someone who came where I didn't make it to her concert, but I started listening to her and love her too.
her
I-
voice is incredible.
yeah. So obviously, I became a fan of hers when she had her duet with Kenny Chesney, but then started listening to her older stuff. And I had seen her at the Wilma
Okay.
a few years ago, and then had tickets again, and then COVID hit. So she had been
Stupid
on my bucket list to get here, and Scott brought her in, and I said, I'm not working that night.
Right.
Yeah.
So I took off
Just-
my badge, and I
told-
still got to meet her, but
Yeah.
and I was absolutely starstruck when I met her.
Yeah.
But she's super cool. She's good friends with Katie
Katie.
up at Showdown,
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
spent some time there. So yeah,
Nice.
I told Scott, I was like, let's keep Carrie under wraps that night. Like,
yeah. Hammer.
get weird.
I told
Hammer's always
Hammer.
who's in charge of.
I was in charge of Carrie that night.
Measha, who have you been starstruck by?
Ashlyn Kraft, I've been a big fan. Her concert, there was maybe 20 people there, and it was just her and her guitarist, and she was like, "Thank you for coming. This is so exciting." She's like, "I wasn't expecting 20 people." She's like, "I was thinking it was gonna be more like 5."
Oh my gosh.
Because she was brand new. No, nobody had ever heard of her,
Yeah.
and it was
Okay.
right after we first opened.
Gotcha.
Yeah, her, I was super excited about. Lainey Wilson, obviously. But like Ella Langley, I'm probably the biggest Ella Langley fan. I
Yeah.
think my boyfriend's tired of her music playing in my house, but that one I'm gonna be like,
Nerd. Are you her handler?
Yep.
Oh.
Handler for the
Don't
day.
get weird. God, don't get
Don't
weird.
ruin it.
Don't ruin Great Falls for her, Measha.
I won't. I won't.
You will have to be her bodyguard that day.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. But
'Cause you're
Maybe
gonna
you
be
guys will
distracted
become
by-
best friends, and you'll have
There
to.
you go.
it's biggest wish.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, keep us updated.
Claire Wright. Claire Wright was another one.
Yeah,
I think that you really.
Yeah, me and Claire Wright talk pretty often. She's incredible. Kylie Morgan, when she was here, I was a big fan of her. And a lot of the like smaller artists that come through that are country, I'm like, do you guys know who you guys just got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to be big in the next couple months. He's going to be big in the next couple months. Like, I've been
Yeah.
starstruck by a lot of them.
That was literally Measha's quote. When we announced Lainey Wilson for Summer Jam,
Yeah.
we were sitting in the Mo at their announce party,
Mm-hmm.
and when they announced her name, Measha's like, "Do you have any idea what you just did?"
Yeah, Mike
And-
Callahan and Seth Swingley, they all looked at me. They're like,
Whatever.
No, like, you're
You
what-
called
whatever.
it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, no, do you seriously, like, you guys know who you just got? Like, you guys might not be able to afford her in
In
the
a
next
few
5
months.
years.
Yeah.
And now we
Right.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, she's selling stadiums. She opened up for the Rolling Stones a while
Yeah.
ago. Yeah,
Wow.
she's incredible.
Measha
cool.
and Lane are our scouts for more up and coming
Mm.
country
Oh, yeah.
because they listen to a lot of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm going
Yeah.
to shift gears a little bit and just talk about, I had it real good there. Oh, yes. Costs of artists. We don't have to go into costs of
Right.
specific artists,
Right.
but a lot of people will ask, well, why don't we have 9 Inch Nails? Or why don't we have these
Taylor
type of
Swift.
Metallica.
right at the Newberry, or let's just see at the stadium, anywhere in Great Falls? Can you just share?
Do you want to
kinda
pay
how
$300 a ticket?
math works, because there's costs associated with that.
There are. Well, and that's going to end hundreds of thousands of dollars to get something like that. We constantly get people asking us to get Metallica.
Really?
I mean, it would be great, but
Right.
I
You'd
understand.
pay $1,000 a ticket
because
for our
of the
little 900 cap venue.
Yeah.
Right, because that capacity has
Yes.
something to do with it as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And even if you went to the stadium, you're still like each artist, as they get more important in the world, their price goes up.
Yeah.
And so as that price increases, it's not like the Newberry's in business to not make money.
Right. We want you
So-
guys to be around
Right.
for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're covering the cost of the artist, of the overhead, of all that kind of stuff. And the only way to recoup that is on the tickets
Yeah.
and your beer, if you drink enough beer.
Yeah.
There's not enough beer to be drank for some people.
Right. And we want to keep our ticket prices down.
Right.
But also, on the same token, there's some artists that dictate their ticket prices. So they don't want them to go up past a certain point either. So a lot of artists really are conscious of ticket prices too. It's the ticketing agents that usually
Yeah.
Yeah.
are the things, but Ticketmaster.
Right.
But you can't keep ticket prices down and ask for a bunch of money when it's a small cap venue.
Right.
So we just have to be conscious of that. And Scott, for people who don't know, we keep talking about Scott. Scott's one of the owners of the Newberry, but he does all of our booking,
Okay.
and he's pretty good at what he does and making sure it's fair for everybody. Yeah.
So it's just basic math. You know,
Yeah.
if you're bringing in an artist for $100,000, you've got to divide that by how many seats are available in the venue, plus the cost of the overhead, and that
Yep.
becomes your ticket price. So it's not some big secret magic. Put it into a sack and pull it out, and there's your number.
Right.
The reason these other places cost what they do is because that's the cost of the event. And so if you want 9 Inch Nails, then you're going to have to spend, $1,500 a ticket to make
Right.
it work. I don't
Right.
think you're doing that
Whereas-
because people
yeah.
complain about $100 for a ticket. So
Yeah.
Right.
And the upside to our venue is it's intimate.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to stadium shows, which are great, but I love the intimacy of a small venue.
You don't
Where
get to see the artist except
Right.
for on a screen when you're in a
Right.
stadium.
Yeah.
Like this is really up close and personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of the artists we have, they're really good about coming out into the crowd afterwards. It's about 50-50. We have some that go straight to their bus or back to the green room, but still, because some of them are still very COVID conscious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But other ones come out and you don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the little girls that got pictures with Lainey Wilson.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
the memory that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Measha has pictures with Miranda Lambert.
Yeah. When I was like, what, 10?
Yeah.
good job.
So those are
Nice.
memories.
Right.
Those are things. And so I, as the general manager of the Newberry, but also as a mom and as a concert junkie, we want to make memories for people down there. We want people to have a really good experience every time they come in, which is why we're selective on our staff and why we have a Lois, you know, why we have a Teresa or a Maddie, you know, or a Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if there's much more to be said. That was like the perfect wrap.
That was a really good wrap. Well,
Because we're a big damn deal.
That's right. But you also, the 4th of July Hootenanny are big names, huge like opportunity, and that is free for people too.
Yes.
Like it's not only are ticket costs low, but then there are also opportunities like that I don't know if our community appreciates enough that are free that you guys provide too.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
I can't get
100%.
over how many people were downtown for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's every
so
year,
many.
though.
But
Like,
for the
4th of July
parade,
is
even,
great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that kind of crowd for the parade.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the things, and I'm going to tell you the story. But before I tell you the story, these are the things you can't market for.
Right.
Like there's just certain things like you're not going to put a banner ad and this is going to be successful.
Right.
If you follow an artist and you end up in Great Falls from Pennsylvania because you love that artist,
You heard that story, didn't you?
you told it to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You told it to me. So yeah, I heard it. And, but those are the things that we can't market. Like
Right.
that's just not a marketable thing.
Right.
So last week before the 4th of July, we closed the doors at 4 or something like that. Well, I didn't have the doors closed yet. And this older, no, I'm not going to say older. This couple came in and they're from Arizona and they said, we heard Great Falls is the place to be on 4th of July. We thought we'd show up here and you could tell us everything you know about the 4th of July. And I'm like, I sure can. I said, I can plan your entire day for you. I'll give you a few options of what you want to do in between some of the downtimes, but overall, this is what your day's going to go. And so I was telling them all about the different things. And he says, yeah, I heard the Hootenanny is just a great time. And I said, it is. And I am so glad you made the trip from Phoenix, Arizona for 4th
Wow.
of July to Great Falls. And you're just going to take it all in because we do 4th of July right here.
That's
in
what
Great
we
Falls.
try to like tell people. Like this is the place to be on the 4th.
Like all day. You go
All
to parade to Hootenanny. And I think 4th of July at the baseball stadium is one of the funnest nights at the baseball stadium.
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
the races. That's
Yeah,
where
up
I
at
gave
the
them
like
their
Electric
options.
City Speedway, like
Yeah.
the view from up there too.
And then you're back to the park to watch the, depending, you can stay at Voyager Stadium and watch the 4th of July fireworks, or you can go down to Riverside Park and watch them from there. So a lot of options, but we do 4th of July right. And as much as I want our organization to take credit to making the people convinced from Phoenix, Arizona to come up here, it wasn't us because we don't market in Phoenix.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't us. And then I also was like, well, maybe they're connected to Mike Callahan. And I'm like, nope, because they wouldn't be here asking me questions about it.
Yeah.
They'd already be down there.
Right.
So yeah, it was really a unique moment. And those are the kind of things that marketing dollars can't buy you. So
But
keep
now you've
spreading
heard
the
it,
word.
so show up next July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your plans.
That's right.
And it's on a Friday next year.
Oh, nice.
I
Oh,
mean,
man.
it's just a built-in party. Rest up.
That's right.
We're still recovering
Yeah,
from last
especially
week.
for you guys.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get some sleep.
You had 2 straight days of really long days and running
they were
for
good
artists. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Well,
Aaron Tippin Day was the day I saw the girl with the parrot on the
Oh my
sidewalk.
gosh, the parrot story. Yeah, what is the parrot
so
story?
tell us about this unique experience.
Yeah.
I was taking Aaron and his wife Thea to the Amigo because that's the first food that you'd want to
So
get.
funny.
When you
Well,
come
they're
back
from
to
Great Falls.
Yeah.
She's from
yeah.
Great Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're like, oh yeah, we want to go to the Amigo, and I'm pulling out from in front of their bus, and all of a sudden I see this girl walking downtown in front of LPW
Mm-hmm.
with a parrot on her shoulder, like this giant
taking a
parrot.
stroll.
Yeah, just taking a stroll.
Was it on a leash?
No, but it had a collar.
Oh my gosh. So it could have been on a leash.
Yeah, it very well could have. But I was like,
There's something about
Wow.
birds on leashes.
yeah,
don't
and
we?
Aaron was like, oh, that's a bird.
You're like,
Not just
yep.
a bird,
It's a
a
parrot.
tropical bird in
Tropical
Montana.
bird with a collar.
With the collar.
I was like, okay.
Was the person old or young?
She had to been about 20,
Oh.
mid-20s.
Interesting.
It's like, okay, good.
I'm going to keep an eye out for her.
Taking a bird for a walk.
I love it. That's great. So
That was
just more you
funnier
can
to-
watch when you're downtown.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and honestly, you could have sat at N Bar outside
That's
and,
right.
and just
And
saw
just
that.
observed.
But nope, you didn't because you were stuck at home.
That's right.
Don't make that mistake again. Show up in Grand Falls. Well,
Come
ladies,
downtown to a show.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yep.
ladies, it's been fun.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you
much.
for having us.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Anytime.
Heck yeah. Anytime you want to email us and say, hey, we'd come talk,
Perfect.
let us know.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
Next time we'll bring Hammer.
There we go.
I know. I've thought about it for a long time. I'm like, Hammer would make a interesting podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Shannon can make our dreams
There
happen.
we go.
And folks, if you need your dreams to happen and you need help with that, we're here for you. 406-761-4436 or our website, visit greatfallsmontana.org, which does list all the upcoming Newberry shows with links to their website where you can buy
get their
tickets
tickets.
directly from the source.
That's right.
I'll just hammer that home.
Hammer
All the time.
Perfect.
So, folks, until we see your bright, smiling, happy, healthy, beautiful faces here in Great Falls, we hope you are creating amazing memories with your friends and family wherever you might be. See you soon.
We're No Dam Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.